Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's the year one off season for the Buffalo Sabres here with G and Big Mac at the realm, head of the office here. And just for this season, we were a bottom three team up until the trade deadline. We were terrible, doing good. The tank was there. Then I was like, let's just capitalize it. We moved on from Alex Tuck, moved on from Samuelson. Then we traded Ukko-Pekka Lekkinen. We traded those three big fish. Then I was like, okay, let's cement that tank. Try and get a top three pick at the worst. We started winning games. Then we ended up with the 7th overall pick. So, not a terrible spot in that sense where we can still get a center. Because, yeah, here in Buffalo, we just needed that first line center, at least a prospect that could potentially fill that spot. And with that 7th overall pick, I do think we have a few options there where it is possible. I really want to go for this Tynan Lawrence. I hope he's available at 7th. That's the guy I would like to pick. He's got that two-way forward, I believe. Little bigger body anyways, so I'm just thinking maybe he's more defensive, can maybe go better with Benson in that sense with him being a playmaker, right? But if not, we can go with Bjork. He's got that center right wing, so we could always move him over to the right wing if need be, which I think we might need. But listen, that's our 7th overall pick. One of these guys, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with where we're at for that 7th overall pick. We'll get a couple options there at center, hopefully. But the big thing, the big question mark at the end of the video, we found out that the New York Islanders, they are willing to trade the 2nd overall pick. And we got a couple options here, a couple franchise players that are possible in that first 2 picks. Looks like Blacker's going to go number 1. Who knows, but center, sniper, medium franchise, wouldn't surprise me if he gets the 1st overall, right? I think it was Vancouver, that was the 1st round pick. I think either way, they're going to get a great player. And I think I found a trade here in Buffalo where we would be able to acquire that 2nd overall pick, and then we can get whoever's left here out of Blacker or McKenna. I'm kind of guessing it's going to be McKenna, but who knows? I'm going to be happy with either or. If we can somehow get that 2nd overall pick, add a trade lined up, it's really going to officially cement Buffalo being I think a bottom 3 team for next year. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to make us a bottom 3 team, but honestly, I thought we'd be a bottom 3 team last year, and we ended up winning some games there at the end. So who knows with this sim, how it's all going to work. But what I have in mind, we're trading off a big fish so we can get that 2nd overall pick, officially put that GM Big Mac stamp on this team that, yep, it's a new direction, it's a new era here in Buffalo. Then what I have in mind, who's going to be going? I think it's time for Tager to go. I think he's got to go to greener pastures, move on, get out of Buffalo, get out of this cesspool. We're going for that rebuild for this year. I think we're going to completely tank year 2. That's my idea. Try and get Landon DuPont. Maybe there's a new creative guy that pops up that we can take. That works with me too. Who knows? But the Islanders, they wanted Thompson. I was trying to make it make sense for, well, what if we just did Norris, Doan, Kesselring, try and add that all in, throw in some picks. I think the Islanders are going to do this trade. They need something big in return, right? They need something that could help them compete for the playoff spot. Next year with Horvat, who else did they have? Like Barzal, like Schaefer's over there now, right? So they're a team that maybe they already got their franchise defenseman. They want to try and compete with him on that team now. So I'm willing to give up Tage Thompson in this deal, completely cement that forward core of it's not going to be great. Right after that, our highest overall is 85. It's going to be bleak. It's not looking great for our forward core, but that's okay. We kind of want to tank for year 2. The Twitterverse, it's been going crazy. There's been rumors, Elliot Friedman, whoever else. You got Darren Drager, all those guys. They're reporting. There's been some whispers going around that Buffalo may make a huge trade to try and move up in this draft. I'm going to see if it's possible. I'm going to do it. We're getting rid of a huge piece here in Tage Thompson if this trade can go through. Originally, the trades that GM Big Mac, he was trying to throw out there for the Islanders. We were kind of looking at Norris, Doan, Kesselring, maybe some picks. But that wasn't going to fly with them. They want something legitimate, and they should get it. Totally don't blame them. That's why I think it's Tage Thompson. I think he's the legitimate guy that the Islanders would consider trading that 2nd overall pick for. And that's really going to hurt us for next year, possibly in the future. But if that means we get a medium franchise potential player here in Buffalo, I think we got to bite the bullet and just accept that year 2 is going to hurt, but that's fine. After that, year 3, 4, 5, that's when we start competing, Buffalo. You got to give me 2 years. First year, tank, that was all kind of Kevin Adams' fault. Second year, that's going to be on GM Big Mac. I'll put that on my shoulder. But then year 3, 4, 5, we are going to be competitive. We're going to start making strides, not try and tank in years 3, 4 on. But listen, they want to trade that second overall pick. There's a franchise player available. I don't know if it's going to be the center or McKenna. I want that, though. I want one of them as Buffalo Sabres here going forward to finish off their career, right? So we're just going to jump in, see if we can somehow make this trade go through. Have an idea. I think the biggest pieces that I'm willing to put into this deal would be Thompson and Kesselring. I think those are the two guys I don't necessarily need on the team. And then we can kind of deal with Norris and Doan from there, how they're going to fit on the roster. If I can find trades for them, I do think I want to move on from Doan. Just try and, I think it's going to be some sort of left wing I wouldn't mind getting in return for Doan. Maybe somebody with some more physical. We'll see. But listen, the big thing on GM Big Mac's mind, can I get that second overall pick? Then we'll just go from there. That's the biggest question here. Buffalo, I'm going to see if I can pull off this deal. We need something. We need to give the fans some hope. I think we can bring in a medium franchise player. That'll get the fans back into the stadium, right? That'll get them filling up the seats, try and get some revenue up, want to see the young guns playing. But it all starts here. We got to see if we can pull off this deal with the Islanders. Hoo-wee. Let's see if we can do it. Let's jump in. Here we go. Right off the bat. I'm not wasting any time. Islanders, I need you. What I'm willing to put in here. Tage Thompson. He's got to go. Great career at Buffalo. He's 28. He's had no playoff success at all. He hasn't even made the playoffs. He wants a change of scenery. I don't blame him. Get him out to the Bronx. Get him out to the Isle. I'm more than fine with that. Then I'm willing to put in Kesselring as well. We're getting a medium franchise player. We got to give up some talent here to make this work. So boom. Instantly, the trade value is pretty even. They want all this stuff. So I think this will probably go through pretty easily. Like, can I get something else here? Like, they want to get rid of this Eklund guy, 19 left wing. This is what we're going with here. I'm going to see if I can get this deal to go through. I was looking at maybe I can add in some other pieces, but I don't want to mess around here. Tage Thompson, you get him 4 more years at $7 million. Really good contract for at 89 overall. Can deal with Kesselring however they want to. They can sign him to a big extension, can trade him. He's RFA. He's under their rights. And Gucci just got to get the contract evened up. The big one, though, franchise player, 2nd overall. Buffalo. The rebuild, it's officially commenced. We're trading all the big pieces here. It is what it is. But GM Big Mac, I'm envisioning something bigger for the future here. We got to move on from Thompson. It is what it is. It hurts. Great Buffalo Sabre. We just couldn't get him the help that he deserved. Better luck in the Isle. Will this go through? It's done. The Buffalo Sabres have the 2nd overall pick. They move up. Oh, doggy. All right, 22 seconds left. Let's just see who Vancouver takes. Yeah, they do take Blacker. They take the center. Makes sense, sniper. Really good skating. Damn, he's fast as hell already. Good puck skills. Good shot. Yep. All right, so I called a couple timeouts here, just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing with the roster here. The first person I want to move on from is Josh Doan. Nothing personal, just had you in the last franchise mode. Want to move on from you. Get a fresh start for both of us, right? Doan, you can move on from Buffalo. I think he was only here for 1 year after the Utah trade for Peterka. I think he was in that whole deal. So move on from Doan. Fresh start for him. Bring in somebody new. Somebody new for the franchise mode, right? And who I had in mind was with Calgary. We'll send Doan over to Calgary. Western Conference. That works for me. I was kind of looking more for a left winger. How about Sam Honzik? I like the physicality on him. Defense, shot blocking, stick checking, 83, 81, not terrible. We just need to get that defensive awareness to grow a bit. Same with that offensive awareness. So I'm thinking this guy's going to be more of a 4th liner for us. Maybe he can eventually become a good 3 left wing. I'm not too sure. But I really like the physical. I like the physical to start there. Then he can either be 4th line left wing for this year or maybe even give him a shot. Then he could play on that 3rd left wing. I kind of have Ostlund center for that 3rd line center role. He had good defense, 2-way forward. Then I was thinking year off on the 3rd line right wing, try and give him a shot. So maybe some more physical, defensive-minded 3rd line is kind of what I'm going for here in Buffalo. I don't mind the idea of Honzik. And they want The important thing is they do want Josh Stone. I think I'm keeping Quinn for now. 83, 24. He has one more year at $3 million. I want to try and play him in the top 6. Maybe we can get that value to grow. Maybe he can jump. Maybe he can get to 84, 85. Who knows? And then he can get a little bit extra trade value. Then kind of go from there. I don't know if we're going to keep Quinn. I like his stats offensively, but defensively not there at all. So I'm not too sure if that's somebody we're going to be keeping or not. I would like to just try and develop the trade value, kind of like Jason Zucker, what we did. But Josh Stone, again, nothing personal. Just had you in the last franchise mode. Let's move on. See if we can get in a nice little player in Hanzik. He's a couple of years younger. More time to develop with Buffalo. See what happens. Rejected. I'll throw in a pick. I'll throw in a Washington pick here. How about that? Good deal. All right, Josh Stone, fresh scenery for everybody. Good deal. Now Buffalo, the moment we've been waiting for. We didn't get the center, but that's okay. We got Gavin McKenna instead. Or we can go with Verhoff. No. We already got Dahlin on that right side. We don't need that. Then honestly, if we're going to be tanking the way that I think we are for year 2, Landon Dupont is very possible, right? So I'm not going to draft the defenseman. I'm going to go with that medium franchise potential, Gavin McKenna. He's instantly going to be ready to play this year, right? I'm kind of picturing him on that second line with McLeod. It's kind of what I'm going for, but we'll see. So, yeah, no more talking, no more blabbering. You know what we're doing here, Buffalo. Listen, in 2015, we were the second overall pick, right? Edmonton got McDavid. We ended up with Eichel. Things didn't work out for Eichel here in Buffalo. They just couldn't build around him properly. That's not happening with McKenna. Buffalo, you have GM Big Mac's word. We're drafting him. Gavin McKenna. Oh, welcome to Buffalo. Medium franchise. Playmaker. So that's another thing. Benson, what are we going to do with you, buddy? I don't know, unless if you're willing to move to the right wing. I think McKenna's got you beat already. He's got the medium franchise. He's 82. I think Benson was 84, right? But again, jumps can happen. He can easily grow. I would expect Benson to grow, honestly, from 84, but he's not safe, I would say. He is not safe. So, our next pick, we got the 7th. Again, who we're looking for, I'm looking for Lawrence. I'm hoping he can fall through for us. Then if not, we got Bjork. But again, he's another playmaker, I think, right? So, I'd rather Lawrence for this team. But we'll see what's available. Obviously, I would like to move up for the 4th. They don't want to get rid of it. No, not doing that. Not doing the trade for San Jose. It is what it is. We felt our team started winning games. It's unfortunate. But we are just going to sim options. We're going to sim the pick 7. Please, Lawrence, be there. All right, Stenberg gone. Yeah, Verhoff. He goes to the Ducks, man. That Ducks defense core looking scary. Penzik, San Jose, they get another center. Two-way forward. Yeah, he looks like a stud. I wanted him, but I don't think it would have made sense. That would have been a crazy trade to try and pull off. It is what it is. But listen, we got our pick at the litter. We got a couple center options we can go for, but we already know who we want. We're going with my boy, Tynan Lawrence. That's the guy that I want. And when's my next pick? Yeah, there's a couple guys here. I'm not going to trade anything. So 94 is our next one. I think my next pick was in the 60s. Yeah, 60. Okay. All right, Buffalo. We know who we want. We know who we're picking. No timeouts. No nothing. We are going for Tynan Lawrence. Hopefully medium elite center. Could eventually become that number 1 center here in Buffalo. That's what we're hoping for. Tynan Lawrence. Medium elite. 74. Two-way. Very good. Okay. So yeah, two-way forward. It's just, he's 1 year away compared to Bedsec. That's the only thing, right? So that's a great year 1 draft for the Buffalo Sabres. Ended up making a huge trade. Moved on from Tage Thompson, Michael Kesselring, but then we ended up getting Gavin McKenna out of that. So I think that's completely worth it. Embracing the tank here. And then now we got Tynan Lawrence, a new potential first-line center. Two-way forward. I love it. I love it. I love where we're at, Buffalo. Okay, send the pick 60. Yeah, Buffalo, I'll be honest. Our scouts, they gave us nothing here for the 60 overall pick. I was kind of looking around. It's just a shot in the dark. I'm going to take the shot in the dark, though, for this Ilian guy. A+ league. 3 years away. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, top 9 forward, brutal. All right. 69th overall pick, we're just going to kind of stretch a bit. We're going to take our guaranteed top 6 forward medium, C-back, center. 3 years away, he might be decent overall, like maybe high 60s? Let's see. Yeah, 66. Top 6 forward, that's pretty good out of C-back. Sniper, I'll take that. Yeah, then with our 101st overall pick, we're able to get this gem guy. Again, he's only 1 bar medium elite, so who really knows what this guy's going to be all about, but he has the gem. I'm going to listen to the scouts. Yeah, top 4 D'Lo. Not terrible. Okay. Now from here, we have depth picks. I kind of want to just move on from these. Try and get some picks for next year. I think that's what I'm envisioning, but I'll take a shot here maybe on one of these guys. You know, I'm going to take a shot on Brunstrom. And top 6 forward low. Okay, I'm going to trade the rest of these picks, get some future picks for next year, depth picks, and then we're going to be all finished with this draft, Buffalo. It's a huge one. A lot of moving parts. Year 2 is going to be tank mode here in Buffalo, but that's fine. It is what it is. Let me call a timeout. Move on from these picks. Let's get to re-sign phase. Let's try this trade. Straight up, couple 6th and a 7th for this year. We get a 5th, 6th, and 7th for next year out of Anaheim. Good deal. Okay, end of the draft. Buffalo, your 2026 draft. Here's kind of the review, I guess. Well, the draft summary says at the top there. Gavin McKenna. We moved up for that 2nd overall pick. Didn't get the center, but we got a great option there at the 2 spot in McKenna. So that's beautiful. Tynan Lawrence got our medium elite center, 2-way forward. You were 2 out. That's perfectly fine with us. We're gonna be bad this year. He doesn't need to be a part of this cesspool, right? Then the 69th pick, we got the C-back guy. Medium top 6 forward, 66 overall. That's a nice little pick there. The rest were kind of me. That's fine. That's what you're going to get in drafts. You're going to hit some, you're going to miss some. All right, Buffalo. Cleared up the roster spots here in the re-sign phase. Everybody that I don't want to sign, they all got sent down to free agency. Let them go. Released them. Qualified a couple guys here, Jones, Rose, and leave them for now. But these are the big ones. So wanted to show you, Tynan Lawrence, you're getting a contract right off the rip. There you are. And of course, the franchise, the new face in Buffalo, Gavin McKenna. You're signed. Very good. Okay. From here, Ethan Bear. I was thinking, maybe he could be a good, injury defenseman. He could play down in the AHL. I'll sign him to this contract. If he gets picked up, he gets picked up. But I wouldn't mind keeping Ethan Bear there maybe for the AHL. Then if injuries happen, he can come up. Bryson, he's the same thing. I was thinking of him. I think he could be a nice little depth piece. He can move around. He's versatile, can play LD or RD. Good enough defense, right? 85 defensive awareness, kind of all I'm looking there for that 3rd pair. Wish he was a little more physical, but Bryson for this contract, we can get him 3 years. Like 1.9, I think that's easily tradable. We have cap space. We got to get to the floor, right? So I think I'm okay with giving Bryson that extension. I don't know why he's not signing right off the rip, but okay. Benson, okay. Now you. You are a tough nut to crack. He's RFA for a long time. 5 years. Yeah. I don't know what to do with Zach Benson, I'll be honest. Yeah, like 8 mil. Come on, man. Work with us here. Is this really a guy we want on our team right now? He's being this much of a prick to start off his career at 21 years old. Like, what kind of points did you put on my man? He won no hardware. He didn't get the Rookie of the Year. He got 40 points, minus 19. He wants all this money? Zach Benson? Really? What I'll do... Want to be an asshole? I can be an asshole. Let's do 1 year then. But you aren't safe on this team, buddy. You are not safe on this team. Playing ball like this, I don't appreciate it. So I'll do 1 year, 3.4. Do we just move on from him now? I'm going to leave him for now. We're going to leave Zach Benson for now. I'm going to give him 1 year, 3.4. I'm okay with that. He's still going to be RFA rights. But I'm telling you, this is somebody, he's getting onto the hot seat already. Like, he is, I can't believe he's asking for this much money. It's like, man, you haven't done anything to deserve this kind of money. That's what we're doing. I'm doing 1 year, 3.4. You can sign it. Show me you're worth all this money. Then maybe I'll consider it. But if anything, you just might be a trade chip. So that's what we're doing here in Buffalo. We sent out these contracts, see if they all sign. Benson, he is already on my hot seat. He is not playing ball here. Listen, I get it. Like, you're scared. This is you're traumatized. This is a bad organization, but you got to believe in GM Big Mac here, right? Come on, give me some leeway. Give me a little more term. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. Goaltending wise, I would really like to get a good veteran goalie for Levi. That's my idea. Then, like, we could send Lyon down, and there could be Ellis down there too. But there's this Lennon guy that I want to play, so maybe we trade Ellis. I don't know. We'll see. But I do really want an NHL starter to go with Levi, because Levi's going to be playing, but I don't know if I want him to be the starter on this team. This is going to be a very bad team here, right? Then defensively, I would like some sort of RD, maybe some vet RD, but again, maybe if Renzel gets the jump, then Renzel plays on the right side with Byram. Then we just got to get some other. We just need to get a vet RD is pretty much what I'm trying to get at here. Then you can play either second RD or third RD. Forward-wise, we need a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm envisioning for the top 5 on our team. Then we just need some sort of, again, maybe a vet right winger. Wouldn't be terrible to bring in. Then I'm thinking Ostland, Krebs, Yurov's going to be playing. Kulich has to play. Greenway will just keep for this year. Hansik's going to be playing. We got pieces, but I think we do want to add in some sort of veteran right wing. Those are your left wings. Quinn can play second line right wing, maybe even first line right wing. Try and really grow that value for him. So that's my idea. I think I would like to add in a top 6 right wing veteran guy, then kind of, again, let the young guys play this year. We're going to let the young blood play. But the big questions. See if Benson signs, see if the other guys sign. Then we'll go into free agency, see what's out there. Bryson, okay, third line LD. Benson stays. Ethan Bear sticks. Okay, there we are. So now we got everybody signed here. Nope. We're going to sim up to the free agency. I'm going to mess around with my notepad here, try and figure out my lines, how I'm going to do it, what I want to add. Then I'll see you at the free agency. Let's go, Buffalo. We're back, simmed up here to free agency. Figured do a quick little recap here for you guys, because I recorded the first part of the video there on the 24th. So I didn't mention in that video, but Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that fun stuff. But now let's get back to the task at hand. We had some things go down here, especially with our coaching staff to start. Lindy Ruff, he hung him up, he retired. So we're going to have to get completely new NHL coaching for everybody. Head coach, associate, assistant, got to do all that fun stuff. And then scouting-wise, I'll see what's all out there, see if we can get any better scouts. Because again, our scouting, it's definitely not the best. We have some E's, some C's. So, see what's all out there. We'll sign them all up. All right, so that's what I got to do. Got to do with the coaching, the scouts. Got to get that all figured out here. But now contract-wise, when it comes to extensions, there are a couple people that I wanted to give out extensions now and kind of see what we got for cap space going into here. Because again, next year, we have a shit ton. We're at 50 million cap space. I want to get a big extension for Bo Byram. That's our first one. I think we can get him at a relatively good price. Maybe Hanzik, we'll see what he's looking at. Renzel, I would like to see. Quinn, what are you looking at? Because again, Quinn, I'm not too sure if he's going to be a part of this team long term. So I don't know if I am going to be giving him an extension. He doesn't want one. So he might be on the chopping block here. But we'll see. I don't think I'm going to give him the extension. Main ones, Byram. And I'm interested to see what I can do for Levi here. Medium elite, 79, 24. Can I get him at a decent amount right now? Yeah, like 2 or 3. What about long term? Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe we're going to have to wait on Levi. I can maybe do 6 years at 7 mil, but this still, his contract, it's still not necessarily up there. Man, the guy hasn't even played a single game yet in NHL, and he wants this extension. Little crazy in me. So I think we're going to hold off on that Levi for now. Maybe that'll get more reasonable with time. Yeah, waiting on Ostlund. Okay. So I'm waiting on everybody else. I want to see how they all line up here at the beginning of the year. Everybody's penciled in on the lineup. I have it on paper here what I have in mind, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm not giving any extensions to these guys, like Quinn, Rinzel. Rinzel wanted some money. And again, he's another guy. It's like if I do sign him, I would like to get him locked up long term. I just don't know how this guy's going to grow. I'm a little nervous. I'm not exactly thrilled with this guy. I thought he was a little bit better than when I made the trade for him. So I'm going to get this extension of Rinzel now, honestly. I was kind of thinking about it. Let's try this. If we can do 2.75, 3 years. He's still RFA after that, so then we kind of have his rights for one more year after. As soon as you go 4, that's when he's UFA. So let's use up those RFA years. 2.75, 3 years. See what he can become. Can he become a part of this team, or is he just going to be trade bait down the road for something more legitimate once we are a contender, once we are a good team? But I'm good with this. 3 years, 2.75, got him locked up for another 4 years on our team. Then we'll go from there. See what he says. Think it over. Good. Now the big one here. Bo Byram. I want to try and get this guy locked up long term. I'm going to see what I can work on. See you boys in a bit. All right. I'm going to throw this out for Bo Byram to start off here. No move clause, but modified no trade, 12 teams. So he can kind of scratch off the 12 bottom teams, whatever he wants to do. But then after that, we can trade him to whoever. 7 years, 7.5. I think this is a good contract for Bo Byram. If we can get him locked up to this, let's see what he says. All right, think it over, Bo. All right, so now those were our big guys who I wanted to throw with the extensions now. Benson, we can only give him the 1 year extension. Now it's like, well, what are you? He's getting into that piss or get off the kettle type of stage, right? Either he's going to fit on this team or we make a big move for whatever we do need. I think it is going to be eventually we need some sort of right winger to go with Gavin McKenna in the future, right? That's our big one. We have our center, because we have our potential, hopefully, first-line center of the future here in Tynan Lawrence, medium elite, 74. So banking on this guy to grow. Hopefully he can become that 1C for us. Then McKenna's the left winger. Maybe Benson gets traded eventually down the road for that right winger if we can't find anybody. Because right now in free agency for this year, really nothing out there that I could get that's like that just totally makes sense. Makes sense for McKenna. There's just a couple good pieces. We're just strictly looking at the UFAs. What I had in mind, I would like a top 6 right wing that can go potentially with McKenna's the idea, or maybe he plays on the first line, maybe Quinn's on that second line, maybe it's Krebs, whatever. I just want to shake it out and see, but I do want to bring in a top 6, well, maybe if anything, top 9 forward that can play. Couple people came into mind for me, though. Patty Kane, from Buffalo. But again, I just see him. He doesn't have the shot. I was looking for somebody with a little bit of a better shot to go with McKenna, the playmaker. So I don't know if Patty Kane's that guy necessarily, but I know he's going to put up points. He's going to sim. So I was thinking of Patty Kane. Plus, he's a Buffalo guy, right? But again, he's 37. Does he want to try and get another ring before he goes? Try and get 4? If he is, again, you see the organizational interest. I think he does want to go to a contending team that could potentially win. Couple other options. Tarasenko, he's interested in the organization. No X-Factor playmaker, not the best shot in the world. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but I see Eli Tolvanen. Okay, 83. I like the shooting category. 4 stars, really hard shot. 92, 91. He's 27. Pretty good age, good skating, good physical, though. I like the physical there because he's either going to be with McLeod or Norris. Both those guys have good defense, so they'll kind of help carry him out. Plus, he's at 84 defense awareness already, right? So, power forward. I think Tolvanen is a good fit for this team. And pretty much where I'm at, I either want to give 1 year contracts or 3 years. Because at 3 years from now, that's when McKenna's up. There was McLeod's up after that, so that's kind of our window right now that I'm looking at. 1 to 3 years for people that I'm just not too sure about. And I think we could get a nice 3-year deal at, like, what could we do? Like, I would do 4 just to make sure we get them. 3 years, 4 mil. Make sure we get Tolvanen locked up. And he's just going to be a guy, I'm thinking he's going to play on our second line. And, man, potential's through the roof. Like, you never know with McKenna, man. Maybe he could have a crazy year. Who knows? Maybe he can get 30 goals, like 20, 30 goals. He can really grow that value by year 2 and 3. He could be a nice asset to flip if we need. Or again, maybe we're competing by that point and he could be a big part of it. So I like the idea of bringing in Tolvanen. He kind of fits that age, 27. So he's kind of in that core, I guess, with McLeod, Norris, those guys, Darlene. Meanwhile, he still has some time to grow. Like, we can get him here till he's 30, 31 years old and then go from there. So I don't mind the idea of Tolvanen. So I think I'm going to offer this contract to him. 3 years, $4 million. Get him somewhere in that top 9 right side. I think that's where we're going for. Tolvanen. First contract getting offered here in the first year off season 2026 by GM Big Mac here in Buffalo. Does he accept right off the bat? No, he's going to get back to us in a few days. So he may end up finding something better. If he does, by all means, that's fine. Fair enough. Now, I want to get a depth right winger and maybe even a center. We have all the cap space in the world. So I would like I already had a right winger in mind that I was looking for that fourth line right wing spot. Teddy Bluger. What about him as a 4C? Yeah. Boom. Instantly I see Teddy Bluger. That could be an idea. Gonna go with Teddy Bluger. I like the defense. Yeah, like the defense. Pretty good physical. Not bad. Then he could be either fourth line center. He's just going to be our injury replacement, 13th forward type guy. Teddy Bluger 1 year. What do you say? He accepts. Welcome to Buffalo. We're going with Paul Cooter for next. I like the physical. Yeah, he's got that grinder. He's got that X Factor. What is that? Spark plug. There you go. So he's got an X Factor to him. Fourth line grinder. I think perfect. He can play left wing, right wing, kind of wherever you need him. So I'm going to offer this to Cooter just straight up. What do you say? Come to the team. Very good. Now we just have to wait on our forward there in Tolvanen. Then we have our forward core all set here in free agency with those signings. Defensively now, I would like an RD. I'm looking for a veteran RD, somebody that can come into this team, potentially play second line. Depends if Renzel gets any growth, or if anything, he could just be a good vet third pair RD with Bryson. So that's what I have in mind with our defense. Couple options here. Burns, Petrie, Jacob Trouba. Kind of ideas. Burns does have some excitement. Like, he'd be willing to come here. Good vet. Or I was looking at Nick Jensen. Either one of these guys. Jensen's more. But we do have cap space. I do want to hit the floor, right? I don't want to give anybody... when you're under the cap, then they just give people more money on their contracts to kind of get you over the cap, right? So I don't want that. We'll sign people, use up this cap space. We'll still have a shit ton to use at the trade deadline if need be. So honestly, yeah, if we could do 1 year, $6 million, I'll give that to Nick Jensen. He can either be second line RD, third pair RD, whichever one. It works for me. So I'm going to go with Nick Jensen here. What do you say? Easy deal. Okay, used up a lot of cap space, but now we filled up some very important spots there in our defense and forward core. We're just waiting on Tolvanen. Now the last one. I would like to get a starting goalie there. Just going to help out Levi to start off, right? Start off his career. Not many options in the goaltending. Definitely not too many options. But I see Jonathan Quick, 40 years old, good vet. Kind of help him grow. I mean, Freddie Anderson, I wouldn't have minded, but 13 at 2 years, that's a bit too much for me. Can't do that. Stu, I love you, but let's switch it up, right? We had Stu like forever with our Oilers GM mode. So let's go with Jonathan Quick. 1 year, $4 million straight up. I'm good with that. Beautiful. Okay. So that's our team. I got our, either starter, backup goalie, whatever. We'll see where Levi goes up to. We got our defense. We just got to wait on Tolvanen. We signed our fourth line right wing, and we got a 13th forward there in Teddy Bluger. So I like where we're at forward-wise. Just got to wait on Tolvanen. Now I have to deal with the coaching and the scouts. I'll be right back. All right. Coaching-wise, this is what we're looking at. Ideally, I'd like to get a real person, so I'm really just looking at 4 people right now. John Cooper's veterans. Doesn't make sense with Buffalo. Knobloch, I had him with Edmonton. He's a great coach. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind going somewhere else. Then it kind of left me down to these 2. Patrick Waugh. That'd be a good one just for Devin Levi, goalie coach. Like, techniques goalie, that's something different, right? But I'm going generalist. I'm just going to go with Ryan Huska. Former Calgary coach. You see physical scheme. Yeah, see, I don't like physical. I'm telling you, I really do think Knobloch's probably your best bet. You know what I'm doing here? I just don't like any of these coaches, I'll be honest. The only one I was really caring for was Huska, but I don't like the physical. I think our team is not a physical team at all. So I don't think Ryan Huska is the one that I'm looking for. Then the same thing. Like, the only one was Knobloch. But I'm going to pass on Knobloch. I think where we're at as a team, we want to just get kind of that interim head coach, kind of babies the younger guys a bit, gives them confidence. He has the really good coach influence is what I'm looking for. And then by year 2, 3 down the road in McKenna's career with the new center coming in, the Tynan guy, Lawrence, then maybe that's when we'll strike and get a real legitimate head coach to really push us over the edge. But right now, I think we're just kind of looking at a coach that'll help develop the players, play the young guys, and then go from there. So I think I'm going to go with this guy. Dustin Hagen. Calgary wants him. I'm going to pay him. We're paying him. We're giving him all the money. What do you say? All right. Thank you, Terry Pagula, with all that funds that you're giving us. All right. Now here, associate coach. Looking for a good power play guy. A-. Oh, I already signed a guy. Okay, so I already signed an associate. Did I already sign an assistant? Yes. Okay, look at that. I was already ahead of it. Good job, GM Big Mac. Okay, perfect. We got our coaching all done. What about my scouts? Did I do that already too? Yeah, I signed some AHL. Look at that. Head of the game. Head of the game. Beautiful. Okay. So now, wait on Tolvanen. Hopefully he signs. Then we gave out the extension for Byram and the Renzel guys. So see if those guys all sign. I'll let you know. Boom. All right. Hagen signs. Gave him all the money. Thank you, Bagula. You won't regret it. Bucket rights. Bo Byram. He signs. I think that's a really good contract for him. 7 years at 7.75, I think it was. 12-team modified no trade. Good deal for Byram. Renzel signs. Very good. Boom. Eli Tolvanen. He signs as well. Buffalo. That's a nice little free agency for us. Now let's take a look at the roster, what we're all shaking with. Let's do proposed trade. Let's take a look at the values and everything. What are we looking at here? So big thing, right off the rip. We're over the cap space. Beautiful. That's the main thing I was looking for. Look at the values here. Darlene McKenna. We getting that trade value up here, Buffalo. Okay, forward-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15, 16. We got forwards here. We got players. That's all good. Defensively, I wouldn't mind maybe bringing in a spare part here on the defense. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our top 6, 7, 8, 9. So I wouldn't mind bringing in some sort of depth defenseman as well. Maybe an LD. We'll see. Goaltending wise, did Quick sign? And yeah, we got Quick to stay. Line will play the backup there in the minors. Or I guess maybe even start in the minors, whatever. Levi, so it's Quick, Levi, Line, Ellis, Lennon. Then draft picks. We have our first, Minnesota's first. We got our second, so draft pick wise, looking a little better than last year. We only had the one first round pick. Had to make the trade with Minnesota to get our second, but now we're looking healthy here in our prospect wise for draft picks. See if that can come in use at all at trade deadline. You never know, man. Okay. I think we're out there in Buffalo. So now I just want to get a spare defenseman. Then after that, I think we're all good to go. I think I just have to sign one associate or an assistant coach. One of them said no there to me, but that's all fine. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to overpay for 1 year for a guy like Olivier Shillington. Just give him the money. He could be a good 7th, 8th defenseman, whatever the case may be. He'll just be our depth guy. Give him some money for 1 year. It is what it is. I'll give him 1.8. Sign on the team. Get back to us. Okay. All right. Shillington signs. 1 year, 1.8. We got our 7th, 8th defenseman. We got our team all signed up. We are good to go. Let's get to the beginning of the year. Edit up those lines. We'll go from there. See you boys then. Ow! Whoa, wait a second. I was just simming up to the beginning of the year here. What the hell is Minnesota doing? Jesper Wallstead? He's on the block, 83. Needs a big extension. Well, he is going to need a big one. Oh my god, that's crazy. And it's just Bryson and some picks. Like, there's been a lot of trades here for Bryson. People like him. Good defense, but he's on a nice contract, I guess. I mean, listen, it's stupid to say no to this deal. He's 23.83. 23.83. Wow, Levi's 79 at 24. Like, we're just better off going with Wallstead over Levi, right? Listen, I kind of modified it a bit. I'm going to do this deal. I mean, it just makes more sense to me to go with Wallstead than Levi. Levi's 24.79. Wallstead starting goalie 23 at 83. I don't know what Minnesota has going up there on their sleeve, but amen. I am willing to do this deal straight up. What do you say? Projected. Fair enough. Let me, I'll throw in another pick if you guys want. I mean, honestly, do I really need the fourth? Like, get rid of the fourth. Give me a seventh. What do you say? Straight up? Alright. Wow. Buffalo. We moved on from Devin Levi, but I'm telling you, I think we got a better goalie out of that deal, and we just had to give up a couple fifths. That is a steal by GM Big Mac, I think. Buffalo! I got you! Buffalo, we're just simming here. I keep on getting good trades here. Colin Ellis, this was a guy I was thinking I just wanted scratched because it's going to be a line in the Lennon. And if injury does happen, I'll just sign some other UFA goalie to go into the AHL for now. Then I'm just giving up a third for a third, then a sixth for a third. Like, sign me up. Good deal. Thank you, Edmonton. So before I hit the lines and everything, I forgot. We traded for Wallstead. He didn't have the extension. I wanted to see. Look at how already just makes way more sense for Wallstead. He's 84. I don't know what Levi jumped up to. We'll take a look at that. But I can get 6 years at 7.75. No clause. So we got him for another 7 years. And by that time, maybe we get some other potential goalie that I draft and they kind of take over his place. So, man, I'm telling you, I think that's a great deal for Wallstead. 6 years, 7.75. As soon as you start going 7 or 8, then that's when he wants. He's going to want 8.5 plus. So I think let's just do 7.75, 6 years. Jesper Wallstead, you're our new stud goalie in Buffalo. Can he be Dominic Hasek 2.0? Let's see. Wallstead, he signs the extension. 6 years at 7.75. Beautiful contract. Buffalo, you got your next franchise goalie here for the next 7 years. Man, Minnesota, I don't know what you guys are thinking about that trade, but I'll take it any day of the week. Alright, before I wrap up the video here, show you guys lines heading into the year 2 sim. We'll start off with the AHL, the big one, Hellenis. He's kind of our prospect, top 6 medium, 20 years old, 77, giving him the first line time. Rosen, this is a guy we just can't, he just doesn't make sense on our NHL team. So I'm thinking this will be a trade chip for us eventually, but throw him down there in AHL, let him try and crush it for this year. Bodin, this was a guy, top 6 medium, so wanted to get him playing. It's kind of our big prospects there in the AHL. Defensively, it looks really nice. We have this Kleber guy, top 4D medium. He looks nice, so had to put him in. And then goaltending-wise, and we got this Lennon guy. He grew to 76, so he looks pretty good. High starter, 22, so that's a potential backup for us maybe next year. Year after that, we'll see. So that's the AHL lineup. Not bad. Some good pieces. NHL-wise, again, kind of no secret here in Buffalo. I'm kind of picturing we are going to be a bad team, but I do like the pieces here. Year off. This was a big jump I wasn't expecting. 83 overall. 22 years of age. Still 2 more years at 9.5. I'm going to play this guy to the moon. I want to see if I can get this guy to grow, become a potential, just to become that right winger that I've been looking for. He could become that guy. Good puck skills. Good senses. Shot isn't really there, but good defense, good physical. A lot of good stats there for year off that I'm hoping we can just keep on getting this guy to grow. I'll try and get him to like the first line. I got to get Norris and Benson to like the first line there for us. Then maybe get some plus chemistry. So year off. I'm trying to grow this guy to the moon. Then second line, It's the X Factor line. We got McKenna, McLeod, Tolvanen +2 right now, so I'm liking how that second line's shaping up. Again, I went with Tolvanen just for the shot. He has the better shot than Quinn right now. I mean, it's pretty even, but it's just a little bit harder, right? So I'm going to go with Tolvanen. Quinn, I think he's kind of on the outskirts. He might be a guy that gets dealt. Same with Kulich. This is another guy I just don't see it for Kulich here on this team. Unless if I can get him to go on the wing, maybe become a left winger. But I just like Ostlund more. Look at that defense, man. Great two-way player here in Ostlund. Pretty good skating. Got Krebs, so again, maybe eventually it could be like this. Then if I got Kulich to become a left winger, that could be an idea, but we'll see. But I have it lined up like this for now. I like Krebs as that center. Good face-offs at 80. Good defensive awareness. Good physical. I'm going to write Krebs as that 3C for now. So I'm liking how that center core is looking. Then depth-wise, we got Chillington, Bluger, Greenway, all here if injuries occur. But again, where this team, I think it could potentially make the playoffs is because of our defense. This defense, it is looking nice. I didn't mess with any chemistries or nothing yet. Like, this is just +4, +3, +2 right out of the gate. So I'm really liking how that defense is shaping up here, especially for Renzel, if he can get some growth, take over for Jensen's spot. But he's listed as a top 6 guy. Well, let's just leave him there. Let him try and grow. I don't want to try and get him too caved in because, again, I don't know how this team is going to sit. I like the defense, and of course the big one. I like our goaltending here now with Jesper Wallstedt. Got him locked up to a nice extension. Quick as the veteran backup. Really liking how the goaltending's shaping up here in Buffalo. Power play-wise, again, just trying to play the big boys. McKenna, he's getting that first line time. Urov, he's getting some second power play time there. Quinn, I kind of wanted to get Imbo Byram in there, but I figured let's go Quinn for now. See if I can get him to try and grow an overall. Maybe he can get some crazy trade value. Who knows? Power play-wise, though, going with that. Penalty kill, Krebs, Cooter. McLeod, Ostlund. I like Ostlund's defensive awareness. Hanzik, Harris. So I really like our penalty kill shaping up as well. -2s, but it is what it is. Norris, McKenna. McLeod, Benson. Urov, Ostlund. We're playing Urov. We're playing him to the moon. I'm trying to get this guy to grow. I think, man, he could become that potential first line right wing. I wasn't expecting it, but he could. You never know. Wallstead, you got the scratched. Buffalo. That is the lineup going into year 2. I like it. Some good pieces, some pieces that we are looking at growing, but also some that are, I think, are on the outskirts. Guys like Kulich, guys like Quinn, then also this Rosen guy. I think these are all possible guys we can put into a trade if there's something big out there that makes sense. Maybe it's part of a center, maybe it's part of the right wing, whatever. Because then like Tolvanen could get moved down. If there's some sort of good right wing replacement, then Urov there, then we can get a stud there maybe. Who knows? We'll just have to see. We'll let it all shake out and see how that year 2 sim goes. Again, Buffalo, I think we're going for another tank year. I want to try and get another high draft pick. And then after that, year 3 on, we are competing. I want us competing. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but we're going to give it a shot. I wouldn't say no to a playoff run for McKenna. First year in the league, make it to the playoffs in Buffalo, just really cement it. This is a new era in Buffalo. But again, some huge trades. What a huge offseason for Buffalo. Ended up getting to move up for that second overall pick. Got Gavin McKenna. Cost Tage Thompson. Cost a lot. But hey, man, you got to pay to get something, right? So, got to give to get. It is what it is. Buffalo. Next video. Year 2 sim underway. What do you think? Think we're a playoff team? Or are we going to be another bottom 10 team in the league? I hope if we're bad, I want us to be bottom 3 bad again. I want a chance of Landon Dupont. Imagine that defense. Darlene Dupont, Byram Power. You would not be able to mess with that, right? But again, we got a good goalie here in Wallstead, so you never know. Good goalie, that can change your fortunes in the sim. We'll all find out in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I said at the beginning there, at the re-sign phase or free agency, hope everybody had a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all that fun stuff. Buffalo! Next video, year 2 sim.